Hello, I'm Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest YouTube video. Today I thought I'd share a flip through of how I'm getting on with my mini journal of joy. I released the whole series of creating this journal on YouTube, and I promised that I would just share a little flip through once I got sort of halfway through this journal to give you some ideas for how you might want to use yours. And I know lots of you have created your mini journals of joy. It's been absolutely wonderful seeing them. A few of these pages I shared when I started putting this to use. But I've really just been focusing on those small moments every day and the odd quote and things which just really help to put me in a good mood. And for writing on the backgrounds, I've been using things like paint pens, brush pens, gel pens, anything really, just depending on what's on the background. And these stickers come from London Gifties. A lot of these are actually cut from her tape, so I'll leave links to Christine's shop, London Gifties, down below. So I've just used little note cards and things. So this one's about working on creative projects, which always brings me joy, and how I love losing myself in the process. Very similar to how I did when making this journal. I've also included a few decorated journaling cards, so I've then popped in some photos. That was a really lovely lunch we went out for and just a really wonderful day. And then I've printed these off using my Brother printer, just with some little snippets of things that make me feel really good. For this one, I added a stamp and then some lines coming out of the outside, and I've written things down like lovely weather on the weekend, the way the sun lands on my desk, and time to get creative and feeling relaxed. So yeah, the sun comes in late afternoon right across my desk. I absolutely love that. So another card that I decorated and took a photo. This was actually by a garden centre and there's a beautiful river running by. So I took a photo of that, just a lovely moment. For this I've used, I think, a paint pen and really simple things like watching the family of sparrows in our garden, reading a great murder mystery book. My little dog Barney had sore paws, and this is when they were starting to get better. And I've really loved taking a moment to appreciate those things. I always have my gratitude journal, but taking a little bit longer to document them in here has really helped me to focus on those moments of joy. So this is my little dog Barney. He's just saying how fun he is always. He's always ready to play and loves his cuddles. And I took, well, this is a photo of a film I went to see with my mum that was actually filmed in the town that we live in. Well, quite at the beginning of it was. So that was really fun to document in here. And these photos are printed off using my Brother colour label printer. And here again, I've put down another sticker from London Gifties and just written lots of things down here. Some days just feel happy for no particular reason, and today was one of those days. The radio was playing great music on the way to the shops. I bumped into a friend there. Filming went really well. Just one of those days where everything went well. Of course, they're not all like that. And so on those days, that's where I tend to focus on those small moments of joy, say like watching the sparrows or the sun coming in onto my desk. So this again was about going to the beach, Barney, my daughter, actually climbing up the rocks with him, just happy moments. This photo is actually quite old, but we went to the beach and it just reminded me of that really happy moment when she first came back from university. Again, another decorated tag here. I should put some writing on the back of that, and then used my black brush pen to letter out some thoughts here. That first cup of coffee in the morning, playing with art supplies, so many things that make me laugh, feeling cozy in bed. This must have been before it got really warm here. Connection with other creative people and following my dreams. This photo I took from a morning walk, and I just wrote "look up" because I looked up at the trees and the sun was just starting to come through the canopy at the top, and just a really beautiful moment. I find with books like this, it really helps me to notice those moments because I want something to document in here, and then you realise how much you miss as you go through day-to-day life if you don't just take the odd moment to kind of stand there and observe everything around you. So in here in between the grass stems, I used my black gel pen and again just added some more of my thoughts. And here we've just been out for breakfast in the sunshine, sat outside and ate it outside, just really beautiful Sunday morning. For this one I used actually the nib end of a blue brush pen and just wrote in amongst the different flowers there. This I used one of the ledger papers from my Patreon printables, and I just added some little doodles across the top to make it look like the top of a notepad. And I wrote here we went to a town that's not very far away from us, a seaside town, and met a really lovely lady in a shop who has an arts and crafts shop. Just wonderful chatting with her and seeing her own beautiful artwork. Again, just writing in between the flowers. I'm just enjoying finding fun and creative ways to use these pages. This one's obviously easier to use with those black lines. And that one was about the thrill of picking up my daughter from the train station. She'd just got back from working in Istanbul, so it was really exciting to hear her news. And again, I've used some of my Patreon ledger papers there, really useful as little writing spots on those busier backgrounds. And another photo of my dog Barney. We went to the beach and I was just laughing about the fact he has this game where he hides a favourite pebble, he finds one, hides it and digs it up again. Just all those really lovely little moments. In here I just kept it really simple, lovely feedback on my new course, just wrote inside the hearts. This was actually a post-it note that had a little butterfly on, so I've just glued that in and used a bit of washi tape on top. And then that takes us to halfway through this mini journal of joy. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, and that if you haven't added much to your journal yet, that it gives you plenty of ideas for how you can use especially some of those busier pages. And whilst I'm here, just a reminder that my new online class is still available on the early bird offer. I think it's got another week running on that. It's been lovely seeing so many of you sign up. Thank you. But I'll leave a link for that down below along with London Gifties. As always, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's joined me over on Patreon. Thank you ever so much for watching. I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.